Hi, my name is Lourdes. Welcome to day 9 of Last 60 Best 60. So we are officially entering into single digits for this video series. So thank you for being a part of it. So I just really appreciated this community of people. Some people have told me that they wake up to these videos, and some people have said they've been binge watching while they have some downtime. And however it is helpful to you, I am just really grateful that you've been receiving this work of heart that I've been creating. So today is the last day to work on the separate areas, and then we'll start a whole other process starting tomorrow on the Wheel of Life, and really setting us up to feel like we're finishing the year strong. And by that I just mean, like, there's so many things to think about in life. And a lot of times what we think about is like what's in front of our face, like what's due, what's loud, what's complaining, what is broken. Like that's oftentimes how we look at our lives. And I think that what I've been doing over the last 15 years is really looking at my life as a whole. So instead of problem solving, I'm actually looking at my life like, is it in the direction that I want to go? So it leaves a lot of room for possibility, and it also steers me away from things that are depleting and things that really don't match who I am. So these have been in no order in particular, but the last area that I want us to look at from that Wheel of Life is the area of home life. So 15 years ago, I probably wouldn't have thought much about this because I didn't really ever feel like grounded or rooted in a home. I had apartments that I lived in, and I lived in community when I was in New York, like in the mid-90s. But other than that, I had a room, I had stuff, but I didn't have a lot of possessions. I didn't have a lot of furniture. I actually didn't own a TV until after I got married. So I don't know, things weren't that important to me, and home was a place where I was and I stayed, and beyond my parents' home, like I had a home, but I never felt like there was a lot to think about there. But then as I created my home life here in Chicago, I really started to think about, like, what neighborhood do I want to live in? Do I feel comfortable? Do I feel safe? Does it feel good to like walk out my door? Like things like that became a little bit more apparent to me. So these are some things to think about. And then also, as I started to have a roommate, and then when I married Jason and we lived together, I started to realize that how people cohabitate in a space can be really different. So different habits, different levels of cleanliness, and even in terms of cleanliness, there's like what I call the micro cleaning and having things clean and sanitary. And then there's like the macro cleaning and having piles and sort of having things laid out in a way that, I'll get to them when I do. So I'm really great at the micro cleaning. Like I actually love washing the dishes. I love, like, it finishes my day to wash the dishes. I feel very both productive and like cleared out and cleaned out. I don't think too much about leaving mail in a pile. I mean, I eventually get to it, but it's not something that I feel like it bothers me when I see it. And that is actually something that Jason feels is like in his level of cleanliness, is like the counters are clean. And so when we first got married, and he made a comment about he has a very minimalist aesthetic. And my comment was, it looks like nobody lives here. And his comment was like, that's how it should look, like in terms of clean counters and all of that. So, I think we cohabitate well in that we tolerate each other's level of cleanliness. And then it takes a lot on my part to really clean up piles at a quicker pace. So think about just like that level of cohabitating. And then also think about in this area, like, does your home have things that really reflect your inner self? And like pictures and paintings and art and plants, whether you have them or not, but does it reflect like who you are on the inside? I actually spoke with a KonMari KonMari trained organizer, and she said it's not about getting rid of things necessarily, although some people may have to do that or want to do that. It's really about, like, does my space have things that reflect who I am, and that does it bring me joy kind of question. So think about that, and then just think about like the entryway and like the places where you spend a lot of time. Does it really fit the way you want to feel when you walk in the door? And does it even enhance and amplify the way you want to feel when you get home? Or does your bedroom reflect how you want to feel when you're resting? And then do an audit like that in your home life. Does your dining room make you and support how you want to feel when you're eating and when you're nourishing your body? So really refine the question, because at this point of our lives, we're trying to live our best lives. We're trying to live lives that we love and to live them powerfully. So enjoy this question. It's one to really think about when you're home and look around and look through magazines and even tear out sheets that inspire you. The reason why I think home life is so important is because it's really where we fuel up to do the important work that we do, whether we have a home office or we go out to do that work, like to feel really nourished and content and safe, and to have your space really reflect who you are, so you're not trying to recreate that always inside of yourself. Like if your space reflected who you are, it would really purposefully prepare you to do the kind of work that you're up to in life. So we're in day 9, 8 days to go. Thanks for staying with it. Live an illumined life.